Guys, I'm really thankful for 15,000 subscribers. Please do subscribe if you haven't yet. And please press the bell icon for notifications. Good luck for your exams. Now enjoy the video. Hello people, today we are going to cover Romantic period. Which of the following English group was supportive of the French Revolution during its early years? Tories, Republicans, Liberals, Radicals, both C and D. Your answer is E, both C and D. Which statements about invention during the industrial revolutions are true? Hand labor becomes less common with the invention of power driven machinery. Velcro replaced buttons and snaps. Steam, as opposed to wind and water, became a primary source of power. The invention of textile processing machines marked the end of the Industrial Revolution, both A and C. Your answer is both A and C. If you need more time, you can pause the video. What is the name of the process of dividing land into privately owned agriculture holding? Partition, segregation, enclosure, division, subtraction. Your answer is C, enclosure. Which social philosophy dominant during the Industrial Revolution dictated that only the free operation of economic laws would ensure the general welfare and that the government should not interfere in any person's pursuit of their personal interest? Economic independence, the rights of men, laissez-faire, enclosure, lazy government. Your answer is C, laissez-faire. You can pronounce it according to you. What served as the inspiration for the P.B. Shelley poem The Working Class, a song, Men of England and England in 1819? The organization of a working class men's choral group in southern England, the Battle of Waterloo, the Peterloo Massacre, the storming of the Bastille, the first reform bill passed in 1832, which aimed to bring greater parliamentary representation of working class. Your answer is C, the Peterloo Massacre. Who applied the term romantic to the literary period during the 1785 to 1830? Wordsworth, because he wanted to distinguish his poetry and the poetry of his friends from that of the ancient regime, especially satire. English historians, half a century after this period ended. The Satanic school of Byron, P.B. Shelley, and their followers, Oliver Goldsmith in Deserted Village in 1770, or Harold Bloom. Your option is B. English historians, half a century after the period ended. Which poet collaborated on the lyrical ballad of 1798, thus demonstrating the spirit of the age, which in an era of revolutionary thinking dependent on a belief in the limitless possibilities of the poetic imagination? So it is very clear, William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Which of the following became the most popular romantic poetic form? Following on the Wordsworth's claim that poetic inspiration is contained within the inner feeling of the individual poet as the spontaneous overflow of powerful feeling. Your options are the lyric poem written in the first person, the sonnet, doggerel rhyme, the political tract, the ode. Your answer is A. Romantic poetry about the natural world uses description of nature. Your option is E. It means B, C, and D are the right options. How would natural supernaturalism be best characterized as a romantic notion introduced by Carlyle? So, Thomas Carlyle was the person who introduced this notion, natural supernaturalism. You can write down this on your notebook too for some notes, because this term is also asked in exams. Your answer is C. A process by which things that are familiar and thought to be ordinary are made to appear miraculous and new to our eyes. Which setting could you not imagine a work of romantic literature employing? A field of daffodils, the Orient, a graveyard, a medieval castle? All of the above would be appropriate setting for the romantic literature. Your answer is E. All these are suitable. Which poet asserted in practice and theory that value of representing rustic life and language as well as social outcasts and delinquents not only in pastoral poetry common before this poet's time but also as the major subject and medium for poetry in general? Blake, Tennyson, Johnson, Wordsworth, or Mary Wollstonecraft? Your answer is D. William Wordsworth. Harbinger of nature, he is also called. What is the term we now use for what the Romantics called mesmerism? This term, mesmerism, one of the occult practice that allowed people to explore altered states of consciousness. Smoking opium, hypnotism, psychoanalysis, dream interpretation, or satanism? Your answer is hypnotism. B. Romantic poets would have enjoyed, agreed with, and perhaps written about which of the following figures as depicted? A and C only. Goes first, who is sinful because he attempts to exceed the bounds of human knowledge by making a pact and the devil, but the nonetheless redeemed in his striving to break free of the bounds of morality, and Prometheus, who succeeds in stealing fire from the gods and thereby surpasses the limitations placed in humans by the gods. So hopefully you liked this video, and please do write down in comment box whether you are getting my voice clear and you like the video or not, and whatever suggestions you have, you can write down in comment box. I will do think over them if I can do. Bye bye, take care, see you in next video.